Here are the most mind-blowing facts you missed. Nobody talks about this. Deep learning sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Deep_Learning Pacific Seabird Group. The Pacific Seabird Group is an international professional ornithological society based in the U.S., dedicated to the study and conservation of Pacific seabirds and their environment. But here's the crazy part. The objectives of the Pacific Seabird Group are exclusively scientific, educational, conservational, and non-profit. And here's why it matters. In furtherance of these objectives, PSG's principal activities are to increase the amount and quality of scientific research on Pacific seabirds, to educate PSG's members and the general public of the ecology and importance of Pacific seabirds and their environment, to disseminate publications and other information to accomplish this end, and to advocate for the conservation of Pacific seabirds wherever they occur. This changes how you understand deep learning completely. Follow for more facts like this. Here's why this happens. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Semiconductor sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Semiconductor Life Among the Ruins. Life Among the Ruins is the fifth full-length studio album by American heavy metal band Virgin Steel. But that's not the most shocking part. It was released in 1993, after almost 5 years of inactivity. And here's why it matters. It is the first album with bassist Rob DiMartino, who replaced Joe O'Reilly, retired from the scene. This changes how you understand Semiconductor completely. You need to see the next video. Now let's take a deeper look. This is actually crazy. API sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. API McLean's 2 Asian controversy. McLean's 2 Asian controversy is a controversy around an article published by McLean's in 2010. And it gets even weirder. Initially titled 2 Asian, some frosh don't want to study at an Asian university, later retitled with an added question mark 2 Asian? And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand API completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Here's why this happens. This is actually crazy. Automation sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Automation. Continuing medical education. Continuing medical education is continuing education that helps those in the medical field maintain competence and learn about new and developing areas of their field. But that's not the most shocking part. These activities may take place as live events, written publications, online programs, audio, video, or other electronic media. And here's why it matters. Content for these programs is developed, reviewed, and delivered by faculty who are experts in their individual areas. This changes how you understand automation completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Here's why this happens. This is actually crazy. Quantum computing sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Quantum_computing. Marie Masters. Marie Masters is an American actress, writer, and director. Wait, it gets better. She is known for playing the role of Dr. And here's why it matters. Susan Stewart on the CBS daytime soap opera As the World Turns. This changes how you understand quantum computing completely. You need to see the next video. Here's why this happens. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Augmented reality sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Augmented_reality. Zahorny. Zahorny may refer to places in the Czech Republic. Zahorny, a municipality and village in the Plzeň region. Zahorny, a municipality and village in the central Bohemian region. Zahorny, a village and part of Bystris in the central Bohemian region. Zahorny, a village and part of Kovarov in the south Bohemian region. Zahorny, a village and part of Kralov Dvor in the central Bohemian region. Zahorny, a village and part of Krisis in the Ústí nad Labem region. Zahorny, a village and part of Okrulo in the central Bohemian region. Zahorny, a village and part of Vilmov in the Ústí nad Labem region. And it gets even weirder. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand augmented reality completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Let's break this down. Nobody talks about this. Human brain sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Human_brain. Arastradero Creek is a mainly seasonal too. And it gets even weirder. 4-mile-long, generally north by northeastward flowing stream originating in the Palo Alto foothills of the Santa Cruz Mountains in Santa Clara County, California, United States. And here's why it matters. It is almost wholly protected by the Pearson Arastradero Preserve, before joining Matadero Creek where its waters descend to San Francisco Bay. This changes how you understand human brain completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Let's break this down. This will change how you see things. Brain function sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Brain_function. John Dummer Band. The John Dummer Band, also known as John Dummer's Blues Band, John Dummer's famous music band, John Dummer's Oblidibly Band, and the John Dummer Band featuring Nick Pickett was a British blues band of the 1960s and 1970s, noted for its extensive roster of members, including Graham Bond, Dave Kelly, Joe and Kelly, Tony McPhee, Bob Hall, John O'Leary and Pick Withers, and for supporting U.S. bluesmen such as Howlin' Wolf and John Lee Hooker on UK tours. But here's the crazy part. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand brain function completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Let's break this down. This will change how you see things. Human reflex sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Human_reflex. The Kid Is All Right. The Kid Is All Right is the 6th episode of the 25th season of the American animated television series The Simpsons and the 536th episode of the series. And it gets even weirder. It originally aired on the Fox network in the United States on November 24, 2013. And here's why it matters. It was written by Tim Long and directed by Mark Kirkland. This changes how you understand human reflex completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Now let's take a deeper look. 99% of people don't know this. Muscle memory sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Muscle_memory. Police Quest 2, The Vengeance. Police Quest 2, The Vengeance is a 1988 police procedural adventure video game developed and published by Jim Walls and Sierra Online. But here's the crazy part. It is the second installment in the Police Quest series. And here's why it matters. The game continues the story of police officer Sonny Bonds as he attempts to apprehend an escaped convict. This changes how you understand muscle memory completely. Subscribe if you love content like this. Now let's take a deeper look. You've been told this wrong your whole life. Sleep cycle sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Sleep_cycle. Ponferrada is a city of Spain, located in the autonomous community of Castile and Leon. But that's not the most shocking part. Ponferrada, the second most populated municipality of the province of Leon, is also the capital city of El Bierzo, the only comarca recognized as an administrative entity by law in the region. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand sleep cycle completely. Follow for more facts like this. Now let's take a deeper look. Nobody talks about this. Dreaming sounds normal, but here's what most people miss. Dreaming. Susanna Harrison was an English working-class religious poet. But that's not the most shocking part. Her 1780 collection Songs in the Night went through at least 21 editions in Britain and America, making it one of the best-selling collections written by a laboring-class poet in the late 18th century. And here's why it matters. This changes how you understand dreaming completely. Watch the next one, it's even crazier. Subscribe for more deep insights and hidden knowledge.